Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Wars of War on June 18th, 2020. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and click the bell so you know the next time we upload a video. And don't forget to leave a comment down below and let us know what you think about what is happening in China. Now, I want to bring your attention to what is happening in Taiwan and how is the Taiwanese government is going to help the asylum seekers coming from Hong Kong.
Taiwan to set up special office to help Hong Kong asylum seekers. Taiwan announced Thursday that it will set up a specialized office to support people from Hong Kong who seeking to leave the territory now that China is moving forward with a national security law for Hong Kong that critics see as an erosion of its freedoms. The office opening July 1st will offer assistance to Hong Kong professionals seeking to move to Taiwan, including for school, employment, investment, entrepreneurship, and immigration, according to a statement by a Mainland Affairs Council in Taiwan, which handles the island's relations with Beijing. Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen in May called for a plan to help Hong Kong protesters after Chinese Communist Party decided to directly impose national security law on the semi-autonomous city. The support will be restricted to those who have entered Taiwan in a lawful way and meet the requirements under Article 18 of the laws and the regulations regarding Hong Kong and the Macau affairs. The article stipulates that Taiwan should provide assistance to Hong Kong residents whose safety and freedom are immediately threatened for political reasons. The Taiwan government will found a new office, which will work with the nonprofit organizations to offer assistance, protections, as well as a basic allowance for immigrants from Hong Kong, including those who have fled with political reasons, the statement said. Chen Ming-tong, Minister of Taiwan Mainland Affairs Council, said that given the situation in Hong Kong, it's a great opportunity for Taiwan to attract talent. Protection of democracy, freedom, and human rights of the Hong Kong people. Hong Kong residents who wishing to contact the office will be able to call two hotlines, 2700 3799 and 2397 1088 for consultations.
All right, thank you for the reporting. Now, we want to continue to focus on Hong Kong and let the world know what is happening to the teachers and students in Hong Kong under the rule of the CCP.
Graduating class picture was photoshopped, changing students' protest gesture from 5-1 to 4-2. The education industry has been suffering from white terror recently, and even high school graduates have been suppressed by gesturing to support the 5 demands in their graduation photos. Apple Daily received a complaint from a group of graduates from Chinese Missionary Society Li Xianyao Memorial Middle School alleging that some photographers modified the graduation group photo without authorization, suppressing the students' freedom of speech. Many students raised the 5-demand gesture, meaning 5 demands all indispensable when taking their graduation photos, but the photographer actually photoshopped the pictures after taking them, and at least 5 students' 5-demand gesture had been changed to the 4-2 gesture, which makes the 5 demands disappear. Some parents later pursued the photographer several times to retrieve the original picture, but they couldn't help it. The other party argued that changing the picture was the instruction of their school. The lawyer Li Anran pointed out that if the graduation picture had been altered, the photo seller may have violated the contract that is to provide goods that do not meet the buyer's expectations. The photo buyer has the right to request the seller to exchange or refund. If the seller refuses, the buyer has the right to file a civil suit against the seller. However, in this case of class photography, because the school may have found the photographer for the student, it becomes the direct seller of the photo owner, that is, the student being the purchaser. Therefore, if students want to recover the original image in this case, they must clarify whether the photographer or the school is the direct seller in transaction, and then they can directly recover from the seller.
All right, thank you very much. Now, we want to continue to report news in Hong Kong and what is happening to a famous billionaire from the media, Jimmy Lai.
Multiple mysterious groups stalk Hong Kong media tycoon Jimmy Lai with the similar 24-hour operation of the discipline services. Recently, Jimmy Lai, the founder of Next Digital, which owns Apple Daily and other pro-democracy media outlets, has openly claimed that only President Trump can save Hong Kong from China, following the implementation of the Hong Kong version of the National Security Law. He is being followed by unknown groups for 3 consecutive days. Apple Daily exposed 2 suspicious cars that followed Jimmy Lai day and night. A white car with license plate US8045 and a black car with the license plate UY2495. Early in the morning, the 2 vehicles were parked outside Mr. Lai's house and then followed him to the Hong Kong television network. The reporters were unwelcomed when they attempted to approach the cars to verify the identity of the group members. However, the reporters further revealed that in order to track Mr. Lai's car at different locations, the groups have multiple vehicles, including taxis and private cars. The tracking technique is as decent as the discipline services. Apple Daily reporters were waiting outside the Hong Kong television network and seeing many identified men who were acting as pedestrians wandering around the street, passengers waiting for transportation, and some even pretending to be on the phone calls. Many of these men wore headphones, and reporters suspect that they are listening to instructions. The reporter first saw a man who was about 30 years old in appearance, wearing a white top, black pants, a black mask, and earbuds. The man stepped forward and asked the reporter why he was here and why he took pictures, and even threatened to call the police, but no police officer was present when the reporter had left. At the scene, the man who wore earbuds carried his backpack in front of him, which was a common attire for the surveillance team in Hong Kong. This major tracking incident has gained a widespread concern of the safety of Jimmy Lai. Many people speculate whether the members of the discipline forces are involved. A reporter yesterday also found that one of the trackers, who is allegedly an employee of the Kingsman Media Company and had the same name as a senior police officer.
Alright, based on that news, we can see that even if you're a billionaire, when you are under the rule of CCP, you are never safe. Now let's bring our attention back to mainland China and see what is going on with the CCP virus outbreak.
CCP still conceals confirmed cases. On June 17th, Zhengzhou People's Hospital diagnosed a patient aged 46, but the Henan Province Health Commission reported that there are no new cases in our province. At the same time, Zhengzhou People's Hospital gave the patient a treatment opinion: isolate at home for 2 weeks, more self-protection.
Alright, next news. Now I want to bring your attention to international matter. What is happening with the relationship of Kazakhstan and the People's Republic of China?
In the statement made on his official website today, it's unfortunate that our leader tested positive for the coronavirus. In Kazakhstan, Nazarbayev's official title is honored as the leader of the nation. The statement also ensured the public there's no need to worry. Nazarbayev is continuing to work remotely. As a dictator in the Central Asian country, Nazarbayev's presidency lasted close to 3 decades before handing over the reins in 2019, while still keeping his finger on the pulse and retains a number of powerful positions behind the scenes. During his ruling, Nazarbayev was an absolute strongman to his political opponents and maintained close relationship with Moscow and Beijing, used to be referred as Beijing's comrade due to his frequent visit to China and his support of Xi's One Belt, One Road policy.
Alright, thank you very much. Now we want to talk about another victim who died of the CCP virus.
A woman from Anjiang contracted CCP virus when she traveled in Beijing. She died on a bus that commuted from Huaihua to Anjiang. In the video, a white bus parked on the roadside. A man in mask and blue uniform was waiting at the front bus door. Two people who were completely covered in white personal protective gear and respirator slowly carried the body out the front door. The body was also covered in white protective clothing with a face wrapped by black cloth. The body was subsequently placed on a wheelchair. Then a few other people in white protective gear also stepped out of both the front and rear door. They were accompanied by sanitation workers. It seems that these people were passengers on the bus and would be later quarantined. Through the windshield, it can be seen that the driver was wearing a mask. In the meantime, there were few women outside the camera crying throughout the whole video time.
Alright, thank you ladies and gentlemen for tuning in today. Those are all of the news we want to report to you today. Tune in once again tomorrow at the same time and have a nice day. Bye bye.